Here we go, my friends. TSM versus 2G.
From TSM. They haven't won
Yo, this game, I really don't know what to expect, man. I'm not gonna lie, because on the first game, 2G destroyed Rata, but then Rata start playing real good, bro. So I don't know how good these guys are.
As 2G moves straight into the side, it's going to be Spikes at the front, and the Proto's not going to be ready for this. Frenzy go burr. Sim tries to stand up here, play out from market. Doesn't find any purchase, and it's going to be Poise and Seven who have to make their way in from Boba.
A little bit of utility to work with. Nice dizzy flash combo. Not able to get in, though. That cage just
thrown up.
Stymieing the effort.
Aftershock there was used. Doesn't really bother 2G over much. Gonna be a double swing here, but Seven is felled instantly. And well, 2G pick it up where they left off, folks. They started with a real aggressive, this time fault line into B, but they've actually syncopated the push of 2G a little slower this time. They've got presence in market for TSM. Sim is waiting there, attempting off the camera there for a Proto. But Spikes has still been able to get forward. It's a very deep trap wire here for TSM, expecting 2G to try and overwhelm them, and Spikes walks into it, but he's sat on the corner. Will be an aftershock to try and clear him out. He's able to slide away, but not without being riddled with bullets by Poised. Huge first pick here for TSM. Already, they're starting to get a bit of a feel for 2G's tendencies, the way they want to push up, the pace they try and bring. And they've harnessed it beautifully. Silence now left now 1 versus 4 as TSM have refused to give up too much ground on B.
I like that setup from a Proto a lot. Just playing with the trips deep. Listen, you're not going to be able to stop this 2G comp.
And that smoke top mid has provoked a stack of plays over towards Link.
Is the best thing that ever happened to me, bro.
May well encounter here as they make their way up A-Lock.
Oh my god, lovely shot from Sim.
Spikes are going to be able to trade it out, though. It's getting a little bit messy. Sim, though, more than happy to give as good as he gets. That's 3 for the Neon.
Spike.
He can fall off now. Off the perch as LZ removes him, but that's a positive trade for the defenders, and they're going for it again. Taking fights at these off timings at TSM.
Just being destroyed by this 2-game death ball running around, trading every player out, picking them apart one by one. And if TSM kind of succumb to that same issue, it'll be trouble. But look at this overdrive from Spike, so deep on the split. A Proto.
Oh, they never check. They never check.
The 2G wasn't quite there. They're a little bit slower coming out of big main, and it's just.
This is the best position, bro. They never check corners, man. Professional plays not allowed.
IB calls for a fault line here with those pings on the map. 2G going fast here into the side, but Spike's instantly going to be hit by a relay bolt. Sim also affected, so he backs up, and Arna's Fury now could be an issue. Spikes, man, give him a second to breathe, a second to rest, and all of a sudden he'll be clambering all over you. He's in and around the site. And that'll be a one-way smoke over towards Spawn, but Gimon can still play that off angle. There is potential at least for him to swing, and he enters the side instead. He wants the fight. 2 up for TSM to work with now. It's looking
Spike zing, man.
4 in the round. A blacklight flawless this time for Spikes gets into elbow. A 3 stack for TSM though, waiting for him. And they are moving up. Spikes though gets to find 2. TSM trade down with a 3v1. And 2G say, okay, we'll just head elsewhere. We can see now exactly where your chips have fallen. And it's probably just a Proto holding back on the B side. They're correct on that call as LZ goes to check it. Sees it's clear. Our drone's going to pave the way onto B.
Yeah, Proto popping that cage, causing a little bit of disarray for 2G as they try to get in off the Owl drone, denying a little information. And now this is a nice dark cover for him to be able to walk out, and it catches silence. That is a great smoke place there from GMD. And look at GMD now in the main as well. This timing is fantastic.
This is perfect. Dangerous here for 2G now. They've got to stack up at the back of the site. Not much utility to work with. 1 flash available for Zap.
He likes this, man.
2 for the breach here. Info gained as Zap does see the player over towards market, and there's going to be a link up here with Gimon. They're going to try and double face this, but Zap can turn it into a 1 versus 1. Gimon, though, the better player.
I thought he was going to back away in flash, bro.
Makes it 3, 13 and
Gimon,
5.
the savior of TSM.
To support each other on site. Such a nice fashion.
These 2 players stacked in market for TSM. They want to fight this, but Spikes hits them where it hurts straight away. Fast lane used there by Sim just to get out of dodge. So as the smoke clears in mid, it's going to be a player advantage for 2G, but Sim has rotated over towards that B side instead. Also going to be a trade. Note the weaker weaponry here for 2G, but of course that Neon ultimate, bolstering their firepower drastically. Gimon, though, has been the immovable object over the last couple of rounds, and he is staunchly making his way from the back of sight. Zap gets the better of him, though. It's going to be Poised now. Another quick round. A lot of fighting here between these 2. Poise is looking for a timing. an edge.
Huge round, man. Huge round for
I
2G.
mean,
Definitely some pace to it for TSM. Aftershock clears the close angle and Wingman goes to work. Seven's had a quieter first half, just hasn't needed to be involved in many of those early fights. And 2G are playing off the site, playing this retake. Sova breach for them, so definitely
Okay,
waits
that's
to
a
get
nice
back in,
shot.
but Sim preempts it. Zap just headbutts the bullet from the Ghost. Pricey and Silence want to try and challenge this too, but it's going to be a relay bolt. The challenge off of it. It's
Yo,
perfect
C
for
is
Sim.
too good, bro.
TSM are lying in wait in this post plant.
when the spike is planted, and Proto more than aware.
Oh, it's so nice. Relay bolt to follow it up. It's going to be a defensive fault line to slow Sim down, and it does work. Little crossfire set up here at the entrance, and Sim doesn't check.
Got two with the classic. That's crazy, man. What's happening here?
There's too much value from 2G.
Planted.
Oh, it's a sheriffs and pistols in the kill feed. And it's Unk in the 1v2. Majestic moustache and all. Has to try to fight a way out of this. As the smoke clears, no weapons picked up though for 2G because all the players in positions to do so are involved in the fight. They did get traded out. Also two cyber cages to try and maneuver with here, but that paranoia is a little nasty. A Proto now down to 50. Trying to break it up, but LZ only needed one body shot with the Sheriff to get the job done, and 2G, dirty little thrifty.
Look at the map right now with 2G, by the way. Spikes and prices pushed all the way down behind into A-Bane. I mean, if this thing wasn't already a wrap for TSM, it absolutely is now. This retake is going to be hitting them from three different angles. But I like TSM. They're trying to fight forward, and it works. LZ down to even things up.
Pricey, though, able to hold his ground here in elbow. That's where 2G can play from now. They're coming from a couple of different directions. With 7 falling, it's getting a little dicey now. It's just Gimon left on the site. Able to find one. Fault line was misplaced. They didn't know where Gimon was playing with. He's been able to find 4. Pricey shuts him down. That was looking awfully dangerous.
How the hell did he do that?
I don't know, man.
Where did those kills even come from? While they were on eco. I mean, just that is very little fear from 2G. TSM going to have to be worried about that.
Oh yeah, monster on the loose.
2G unsure about whether TSM would stack mid there. They check it with 2 players. So it'll be a loosely held A again. Good play for that retake. Last time almost went horribly wrong. Gimon had something to say about it. Boyce finds one up top mid, and now is heading actually over towards Tile, so he'll be in the backup here. It's just Link presence left for 2G. And we know they love to fight. We know they love to get involved here, but this has gone horribly wrong for them. TSM look like they are in a position now to get out to their 2-round lead. And Silencer's got to fall off of it.
Yeah, might as well just save. They'll have a full buy for the next. Time is dwindling pretty low right now. A slower round from TSM. 30 seconds on the clock.
Left.
As GMD is applying some pressure towards the B site, ready to teleport over to his teams on A. 22 seconds now.
Here they go.
They're going to have to deal with LZ. Going to have to deal with Zap.
Down the corner.
Good trade.
All right, Sim able to turn that into a trade. That's what Neon can offer you sometimes. Make space. Trade your own life. It's fine.
10 seconds left.
Plant now going down. Of course, those rotators are a little bit slow because top mid is not being held by 2G. They can't simply run across. They're going to have to take their time in getting set up here.
Slowing down a bit. GMD getting that smoke cycled. Placing that towards the spawn side to allow his teammates from elbow to fight. Him on here. Able to play up against Link, but Zap is going to get the better of him here. He joins the site now, knowing the rest of the players are going to be stacked up here in elbow. It's back and forth. Silence is going to be brought down though, and Zap tries to give it a tickle. The mosh pit doesn't connect.
Zap, he likes this, bro.
He's let it go.
I told you, man.
And Zap finds 3.
Very experienced player.
Zippo clutch for 2G.
One-way smoke even went down towards that side. Not this paranoia is.
Are you kidding me, man? He did a lot of damage.
Big commitment from 2G, but it pays off.
Yo, not gonna lie, man. They need to nerf Neon, bro. Or bro for Jet, man.
Seven's got friends, though. He can make his way in here. LZ trying to get ahead of it and actually gets brought down. It's going to be a plant, of course, care of Wingman. So this one is still on, folks. 3 up for both sides. 2G with only the 1 rifle to work with. Bear that in mind. They've definitely drawn blood in this round, but there's some work still to do. Market presence at least here for Zap. He can make his way through, but that's going to be spotted out by Sim. He gets ahead of the shock dart. Fault line also thrown out. Aftershock to make it a harder push out of Boba, and Sim is waiting for it. Takes a big hit down to 24. It doesn't look like that Thrash found its mark.
Oh
Zap
my.
is still able to get up and fight
Shift
here.
again?
And TSM have fallen back into post-plant spots.
What is this thing?
Think on the poised.
Okay, they got it, they got it. Bro, but that was so close, man.
TSM playing for pushes here.
What's your opinion, man, on this Vandal, bro? On this Vandal, actually?
None of that though here for 2G. And again, they've not really offered up anything early in the round. This is the half of
you watch your
Sunset where we get
Power Rangers,
a
bro.
little bit more of that
was those birds, bro.
play. Clock getting burned down a lot
Those
more.
bad guys.
Them going on these little explorations like this one. Straight up middle.
My ult's ready.
Okay. Well, that's the pressure.
This gun's
over
gonna
it being
get
now
so
neutralized.
much info,
Timon
bro.
able to win that one out.
Oh my god, saw 3 players, dude.
Drone in play. Cypher
The Observer, that was nice, man.
TSM going to make a little bit more noise. Bang.
Props to the Observers, man.
Market. Pricey will
They
answer.
are going through hell with this tournament, bro. So many tech issues, and they are staying strong, bro.
Getting very active, pressuring a lot.
They need more crowd.
The map might be facing down a couple players. Sim collects onto one. Boys is trying to do more, but from all angles.
Close game once again, 11 to 10, and the money from TSM just isn't there.
He is perked up and has someone coming over to check.
Very fast effort. TSM Sim immediately clearing out some of those trip wires. Rest of the team forced back though. Thrash needs to be dealt with.
Yeah, man. They got
silence isn't ready for the numbers
nowhere to go.
of TSM in towards elbow. This one looks
well played by
absolutely
TSM.
brutal for 2G. For a moment, Sim looked isolated there as elbow is still a factor. But that is beautiful fundamentals from TSM, trading into that position well. And Spikes is waiting for someone to push out. But TSM are not incentivized to do so. Thrash 2.0 gets brought down once more. And Zap will cross there in spawn. But TSM have seen all of this.
Look at this agent, man. And they say Jet was broken.
Melts them. 4 down to Spikes.
Yo, they need to nerf this shit, bro. Not gonna lie. Yo, Spike, you are amazing. I love you. All that, man. But fuck Neon, bro. Buff Jet.
Great call. It should have worked.
He say,
and Zap is back on.
look at my face.
Talking
And
as much trash as he can before his.
I just say like some bad words and look at my face, bro. I want to see you talking some shit on my face, or something like that.
So tragic for TSM. That was such a good call out of the timeout.
I'm very good.
Filthy. I'm still reeling from that. TSM get access to A here, but that's because 2G have allowed them to walk through the front door. Obviously a trap wire. TSM know, regardless of whether this gets set up or not, that there's definitely going to be pressure from this area. There are so many. Oh, Proto. Yep, they're never ready for the second one, folks.
And now it's going to be tough for Price. He's the only one there. He's got to find a timing. The other players on 2G need to make a lot of noise, create space, create an opportunity for Price to capitalize, but he can't. GMD and a Proto, the duo, they take him down.
Tap now, solo, with an operator having to work
And
with
then they be around like this, man. Maybe point for TSM.
Listen, from what we've seen with the overdrive, might be the most impactful ult in the game. He is taking contact, just immediately shut down on his lonesome, going for a stroll.
Zap though, ooh, this is dangerous. He steps into the relay bolt. He knows what's going to happen. He's maybe hoping for 1 or 2 before it dissipates, but he was committed. Sim now 27 and 18. Great setup here. And once again, we're in a position where 2G have to rotate into this 5-player setup for TSM.
And what can 2G realistically do at this point?
GG, you're a team, my friend.
How can they get back in? The Proto is set up nicely for the back.
Spike's alive, you never know.
There it is, another Dizzy to set them up. They're playing off these util so well.
Oh my god,
GG.
GG.
There it is. Sim shows a bit of his own finger work towards the end of the round. TSM.
Very good game, man. Very good game.
A hard-fought.
I want to see
the first half is
the third map. Not gonna
They
lie.
are just running at each other. They are just
Close games, OTs and all that, bro.
But in that second half, TSM were forced to slow it down.
The lack of Sober and KO in this comp for TSM is pretty tough.
Against the Jet who can fire like we saw yesterday. Slinzy makes short work of him. LZ doing much the same here. 3 for LZ.
Good.
Poised able to shut him down.
Good team, man. The IGL, the captain.
Zap. We're both playing from that rafter spot.
Oh, 5
That'll
bullets.
be accordingly smoked off by Poised, who has a look. Definitely knows where they're coming from now. And pinged out by the data. Double face. Should do the job, and it does.
TSM didn't look good on this map yesterday, man.
At the start of Icebox.
And I think that's a great decision because this CSM comp, they don't have a lot to really clear out towards B main or back yellow. Just have your jet post up there, fight aggressive, anchor together. It's fast into A though, 1 for 1. Molly, get rid of 7. These players are weak though for 2G.
Yeah, both teams actually looking pretty beat up right now. Come was just decayed down briefly though. He'll shrug that off. 4v4 in the retake. Silence already got himself a Marshall to hand. He'll be operating from rafters as well. The moment Smoke's in the way and Sim controlling the space on the top of 310.
Player standing.
And there it is, Poised able to deal with Silence. Eventually, it's going to be up to LZ. Unk calling it 310. in the current year. Unreal. 1 victory. Okay. A weapon in hand here, but nobody from TSM showing themselves. This is going to be a tough one here, and the odds of taking this gun out of the round are nil. TSM out of
Brazil and weaker rounds, bro.
There's going to be an operator hit for Silence.
Yeah, they do have that on him. He's playing over towards that A site, watching the low angle towards main, where looks like a Proto is maybe walking, just places the turret. A Proto's duty right now is just to contain on A, while the rest of the team prod toward mid. You see Poise teleport on top of 2. He's going to be doing that a lot on attack. They like going for these A splits. They're tough to execute. But TSM really do favor them with this composition, with Poise playing top 2.
It allows them also to play out of that operator range as well, Wyatt, crucially. Silence is still looking for a decent position to set up some value out of that weapon, and he does finally. Zap goes down elsewhere though, and the Rainer is encroaching rapidly over on the A site. Spike is about to have his hands full. He's able to move over towards his namesake and try and cover that. It's up to Sim to pick it on back up. Over the line.
I have this spike.
He's managed to get into nest here. Spike checking it every now and then, but a little bit too low. And it's going to be a dismiss that gets him right back in the direction of the site. But as he crosses 410, he took a shot. I was just Pricey giving him a tickle. 7 bullets in the chamber. The 1 versus 1, and Sim wants the fight, and he's good for it. 4K for Sim, the Zippo clutch here for TSM.
But right now, it just hasn't mattered because this TSM team has really leveled up in their play. Yesterday, LZ pressing forward, dealt with ease by Sim, who is just in control of the server, 12 for 1.
Mana Swarm here. Going to at least allow 2G to set up for a play through mid. And they're waiting for TSM to give them contact, but TSM have no interest in doing that. And the spike does get planted. And Fragment just a little bit too late. Now it's awkward for a bunch of Sheriffs to try and get to grips with TSM, who are going to keep a respectful distance either way. Big blind coming out there, but Silence still falls either way.
And that was that Lurk Omen Poise dealt with in mid, 1 for 1. You'll take that when you have the bad weaponry.
The Viper's going to come up again. Continuing to keep 2G at arm's length. No reason not to go for it here. Zap is able to deal with Sim.
Down, B.
Spike still not planted. That was interrupted in the end by the Fragment. It's the last tick of it, apparently.
No more.
Spike slows down, finds yet another one from that same position. It shouldn't be happening. 2G with nothing but Sheriffs here. TSM now have the post plant set up. Dimon has to go and find these kills. 2 is good. That's what he's looking for now. Leaves a Proto in a 1 versus 1, but Pricey's
Hey, Proto, man. He's good for those.
He fades to 1 himself. They're going to go for it straight away. Second DC now comes out. Paranoia thrown over towards the site itself. Hunter's Fury in response from Zap here, trying to slow it up, but he's overestimating the speed of TSM. They've actually slowed it up. Playing out by Gen, probably to respect the Hunter's Fury
shot,
itself.
bro.
And then they step up. Sim,
13 kills for Sim, man.
From range. And now Spikes has to wait. Maybe emerge here behind the Owl drone, but the Viper's going to make this even more complex for 2G to try and retake. Silence is there, though. Operator does connect. Sim hand-to-head. They're not happy with that result, but still player parity for TSM. And of course, it'll be Gimond sat inside the pit with the rest of his team backing on out. There it is again, though. A Proto is going to be brought down. Silence wants to start to move up with his operator.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Stunned inside the pit, but he's not spotted out instantly. He has a chance to win this.
He accidentally right click, bro. I do that so often, man. But it's because my mouse is shit.
With 4 players ready to threaten B. But with this pace, the way they've slowed it down, this will allow Silence to be in position with that operator. So we're still looking at that same post-plant situation.
Bro, this is a tough position to kill,
LZ
no?
wants to anchor. To him, oh, the timing! Still able to find that kill, which is impressive enough, but it will be traded out.
Oh, he missed the shot, man.
What a crucial shot to miss. That's the plant now being interrupted. Silence is now posted back up in Nest himself. Delia able to force him off the angle.
That's the downside to have an up. Watch your back, bro.
With that operator, Silence can still be a nuisance, and Gimon says, Poised rather says, I'm out of here. I'm headed over to A.
10 seconds.
And while that was happening, Sim did get taken down. Silence on that.
They won the round.
And the Hunter's Fury is beautiful for the delay. Poise leads to second. Going to go down.
For a moment, I believe it, bro. Yo, that one shot was the key factor, man.
Cue the camera.
Oh, man, okay, yeah. Okay, he's set. Maybe
Okay,
they glued him to the seat.
I mean, he gave me 50% of what I was looking for.
TSM are going to embody that concept here with a bit of a force buy. LZ this time a little bit more confident. And how he wants to play that green part of the map. And that 0 point will give you a lot of info. And Boys gets caught through mid. Sim at least is able to turn it around though. LZ is down. This does mean that B is open for a plant.
Huh? I don't know what we're doing in that situation. Getting caught with our fans down, trying to cross back. No, nothing to protect.
Okay, that's good. Silence on the flank. Silence on the flank.
A little bit more effective than the off.
Silence on the wrap though. That's big.
I saw. Good shot, I brought it. What the fuck?
Yeah, pretty darn good with the sheriff in his hands. Okay. 3v2. Pricey and Spike need to make this work, but Pricey is detained there by that Thrash. He'll have to sheepishly amble away.
He overhits way too much, bro.
Didn't want to wait the detain out for Pricey.
This is gonna cost them something very important, bro. Mark my words.
To push up a car, not with the mosh pit in play, and there's the operator. He sees Seven so much earlier. The Seven is right up on that corner. It's easy for Jet, and that's the problem for TSM. It's one of the biggest issues on this map. Sim has a great round in the previous one, though. He walks away with 3, if I'm not mistaken, so he's back online. Viper's pit here for the defenders. Sim wants to dive in, though. LZ has a sixth sense about it, apparently. That's the Rainer off the table now.
See, needs a guy like Sassy to teach him how to play Valorant, bro.
Get rid of the pit. That's been brought down.
And I don't mean that in a bad way, bro. He did that with Aspas, dude.
Take flight.
There is a wrap. 2 players on the flank here. Our drone, though, is going to herald their arrival. Going to tip TSM off to this. And they are still in a position where they can fight on 2 fronts. The Silence now goes for the Blade Storm. Kimon spotted there on the side, riddled with knives. He's down. Opponent's able to turn around and deal with some of the flanking pressure, but Zappa's going to overcome him now in Silence.
Man, this is a good game, bro.
Done. 3 for the Jet. The Blade Storm finish. And yeah, close enough is good enough. But he gets a weak goodbye for TSM. You can see why he's feeling it. It's an even game now, folks, in our 11th round. And there's the Leah. Spike's just going to back up to Jet.
Now we're in big trouble. What is my dash now, bro? These 2 gets to that's crazy, man.
You blast through them. Spike's found 2, but Sim is at least able to get involved. Silence spreaded it out instantly, though. He must have seen the play across.
Oh my god. Holy shit, that was nice. Yo, that was some action style points, bro. I love it.
And that is a
so fast, man.
Looking lockdown. 2G say, okay, all right, we'll step back. Now come and see if you can plant this.
He's gonna have ult if he plants. They cannot let him plant, bro. Don't let him plant.
To Silence in heaven. Price going to come from screens, and LZ coming from the location where GMD spawned at the beginning of the round. This is going to be tough. At least that lockdown allowed him to get the spike, get into sight. Drops, makes some noise, trying to cover up the sound.
But this flank is good.
Seen him win these.
Didn't waste the wood though. Oh, that was a crazy round, bro. Wow, play by Silence.
Almost go time.
Bomb grenade out.
He knows it as well. Getting on top though of screens. He catches Gimon. Gimon's died at that spot a lot the last couple of rounds. Tough break for him.
That was the ult, no?
I'll take the one. I'll pull
That's
back.
huge, man.
2G have 2 players on the wrap. They're going to be spotted out by the KJ turret instantly. A Proto, though, knows he's in a pretty obvious spot. Not the spikes, apparently. Just walks out into it. Happy as Larry, but it will be traded. Silence is operating.
What am I watching, man?
Just have Sim, Poise, and 7. Clumped together here on 8. They want to try and
what was that, man?
Good spot to do it from. Sim's able to get away there. Disperse from it, and Sim takes Silence out of the game.
Is that?
The guy just went AFK, bro.
That looks like it'll be a straight up 5v5. Spike's getting the spike down. And when he does back up, a couple flashes to play with the Molotov as well. And 0 point about to cycle, so some decent utility to fight here. Sim pressing forward fast. TSM going very quick.
Immediately he's able to force Silence back. Silence, though, just ended up running into the line of fire with another player.
That's clean, man.
So well.
Oh my god, flawless feast around, dude. And 7? He's feeling it, dude.
7 has a Thrash, but that could be rendered irrelevant so long as Spike gets the ult available.
Silence gonna drop down. Poise was busy dealing with the recon bolt. Takes a bunch of damage here.
Just off the plant.
Poison all gonna be thrown up on the spite. That is actually going to dissuade the plant here. So TSM have time.
Oh my,
Now
oh my. Is he so?
Sim has to try to find a way to circumvent this turret, and he has done so.
But can he actually find a kill here without making any
good choice.
noise? His prize going to explode.
Sounds is so annoying, bro.
Angle, he is just chilling, and Sim has absolutely no idea.
I think Sim can do this without being affected by by some mechanism. Speed here won't stop the plant though. That's going to go down. Sim eventually gets the better of Pricey, though. He needs to hotfoot it over towards that B side itself. Empress available. It's a 2v3 for TSM, and all of 2G have fallen back to those post-plant positions. They have the refresh here on the recon bolt. Zap sends it off straight away. But, I mean, yeah, Sim coming in pretty fast. Zap, though, able to deal with it.
Well played, bro. 8-8, no money for TSM.
2G. Hitting these sides pretty hard and being quite punishing. Yep. Pretty easy way to clear out someone from
Oh my god.
Recon bolt.
What just happened?
That's beautiful. He's essentially out in the open. He still wins it. Pricey finds 2.
That
might not be enough here for 2G. They are
Pricey has locked down.
walking away for this first fight.
That's just some straight
A lot of time to play, but 7 has stretched, bro. This will be very good.
But more than enough opportunity for 2G to find the picks. Poise was, not able to really control his movement for a moment there, stuck awkwardly up top. And the question is, does Prize commit his lockdown here to try to win this round? Sim and 7 are so close. They are ready for this. The Thrash might just be enough for this to be over, right? Tap the spikes and the Thrash out perhaps, and there it goes. Sim trying to follow up.
Prize has no time really to set up a lockdown. Thrash tries to go upstairs, but he can't quite reach. Price is getting out of here. He's absolutely done with it. Or is he?
Where should I go? Where should I go?
Trying to bait out a rotation, but there's not really a reason for TSM to leave. They're going to stay grouped up anyway, so listen, we either stay here and he comes back, or we just go hit the other site together for the retake. Go for the retake over towards A. Reports throwing down some smoke strikes to assist.
Oh, inside the foot.
But with the null command going off, the opening ult, and then you have the lockdown as the closer. At least that's the intentions for 2G into this round. There's going to be a fight in spawn though, and Sim catches LZ, having pushed all the way out of B main early.
Pricey still has that turret up though, so he'll get confirmation if Sim is actually wrapping behind them. They're even going to send Zap to that extent. The lockdown comes down as expected. Of course, the Protoss util nullified entirely by null command, so he couldn't slow up the attackers at all. TSM have to make this post-plant work. It's a quick one for Silence on top of screens there. He's going to be able to fall off of that position now as 2G group up on towards the attacker spawn side of map, but TSM are good for it. They exploit on towards Ramos. 7's able to give as good as he gets at the very least. Now in a 1 versus 1. Must win for 7.
7's living a good moment, bro. He's playing good Valorant, dude.
And it's handed TSM another round to put them in the lead. Also like the possibility for a Viper's Pit post-plant, but Sim is not positioned to allow for this. Be a 1 and fall back with this miss, but he's got to hit the shot first. Uncharacteristic miss there for Sim. LZ deals with him without breaking a sweat. He's still full health, full armor. Ouch.
That is a tough miss, and now 2G getting the site, getting the plant down. They have ults to close this out yet again. Didn't work last round. They need this one desperately. Economy hangs in the balance.
In play here, 7's able to deal with spikes already. Silence has dropped out of nest. The 7's made his way into the cloud. That is now going to dissipate. And you're asking for a lot from the young gun in 1v3. That early Empress popped by Sim over on the B side of the map. He doesn't see any early action. 2G, in fact, have already managed to make their way up in the mid. They're in kitchen. And Poise is going to back off the site, but this is not even necessarily a safe position. A Proto, though, has the presence of mind to shut down LZ, who's forged so far into TSM's territory.
But do they expect Prize a second work?
Comes Thrash. Powerless. Might be looking to try and clear that pit here. Pricey. The timing on 7 is good. Null command going to be used here by Spike. This gets a little bit awkward now for TSM. They need that util to clear. They need that util to retake. You want to stay inside that pit still. Now Protoss dealt with Spike here. This is massive. This is an inflection point in this game. And Sim gets the drop on Zap. It's all up to Silence. Bladestorm available, and he's got to go for it. Oh, what a shot. Takes a ton of damage.
Oh my god.
He's got to get out over towards B to find the plant.
He's so low, bro. I'm bulleting, he's dead.
Barely has any HP to play with, though. Sim versus Silence.
What do you do, bro?
Respective top fragger of each team. The duel is taking over for either side. Sim has been on fire today, but now that Silence has an opportunity to play this, Jet has just been stealing the show.
The issue is that
one knife.
If he doesn't pick, bro. If he doesn't pick, this is gonna be tough.
Put 2G on map.
I don't think you have to pick, bro.
And break TSM's economy yet again.
This is the game in the hands of Sim, the star player for TSM today.
He does not know where Silence is. He could be anywhere. This is an unorthodox position. Sim reveals himself.
Yo, he
Gives it a
did,
tickle,
man.
and Silence doesn't
That was
give it a
tough, bro.
chance
So many
to
places to look, bro.
Massive round for 2G.
Well played, man. Well played.
And what a clutch from Silence.
And of course, Zap is on his feet. Locked down here as well. 2 Vandals, certainly not a bad buy. Zap, oh my god, Sim immediately though onto Silence. Another one on the spikes. Sim is determined to keep TSM in this game after losing that clutch.
And he may have saved it. That's ridiculous. Money looking a little bit haggard for 2G as it is. Should be able to formulate a buy in the next round here, but they're focused on round 23. Spike is not to hand right now. Zap wants to push up a little bit.
Area.
Try and get something for the trouble. Maybe even pull out of this side entirely.
I have the spike.
They're just trying to give a recon there into 410, so if someone was playing close, would have been a good opportunity for Pricey to swing. Maybe get a kill while they were busy breaking the recon, moving their crosshair placement. TSM have just fully given this site up, though there is no reason for them to play in any way with even the smallest amount of risk. Aproto still has the lockdown. It's 5 versus 2. Must win round. Pricey on the swing, trying to even things up.
30
TSM
seconds
happy
left.
to play this in 2s and 3s. The shoulder, Zap wins it out. There's another for Zap. Okay.
That was a nice try, bro. Oh my god, if he gets that kill from Aproto, dude.
With the numbers for 2G.
It is madness how close these games have been. All of the teams at this event are firing on all cylinders.
That's true, man. The games are so close, bro. That's nice to see.
Dodge that 0 point at least. The R drone definitely snips him out. Silence hot on its heels. It isn't fast enough to catch those.
GG
on Sim.
Rote.
Lockdown here for the attackers. TSM can't quite generate any action. Hoping for something in that little moment. They're going to have to pull off the site entirely. This time, though, not in an advantaged situation, but a Protoss lockdown can help them with that retake. Might as well use it here. You're not going to get another chance.
Absolutely. The issue is a couple of the players with the SMGs on 2G, if they're forced out because of that lockdown, the range on those weapons going to be terrible. They would certainly prefer to play in the site, play aggressively. That's not going to be an option, though.
Proto here ready to set that up. It's going to be TSM looking to retake off the back of this Killjoy ultimate. Coverage is going to be good. Silence eventually is going to have to leave, but no one's checking that corner. 7 at least is able to recover. Make up for some lost ground there. Ping on a couple players, and Zap is in for the fight. He's committed, but it's all up to LZ and Pricey now. Defuse gets to half, almost. No, interrupted. LZ brings Sim down as he gives it a try himself.
They did it, man. They're going to Abyss. GG.
The map. Able to stand tall as that retake attempt came through. Someone should tell Zap there's still a map to play.
And they had the lineups there as well to deal with Aproto's lockdown, which would have been the catalyst of a TSM round win. They were very
Let's go, man. Last match of the series.
cover with the 0 point
Must win, man. Must win for both teams, bro. They need this victory.
Finds the first damage on
Especially
Sim as
TSM.
well, down to half HP as he plants a spike over on that cliff side, so you can get that passive spam onto it. From back towards B main, playing around Killer GMD on the lurk, but gets double faced, shot down, 5 versus 3. A lot of work for TSM to
Seems
do.
low.
Yeah, well, even with that Viper wall in play, 2G have been able to get theirs pretty comfortably on the B side. That first pick that opened it up, TSM now find themselves with 2, and Sim's already forced off.
Yo, that was clean, bro. Oh my god. Flawless beast around.
Anything is possible here. And it's a force from TSM. They have Sim with a Guardian full armor.
I like the force on Haven with Neon, bro. Here,
So unorthodox.
not so much.
They're really going for it here.
Cage trigger.
Cyber cage for Pricey is going to allow him to nestle in between the pill and
That's
the
it.
container itself here. Find this little off angle. It's a deadly one indeed, but he can't deal with 7. Up close with the stinger. Standard plant location, excuse me, for TSM. They'll fall back. Sim can make use of this Guardian here at extreme ranges. The Spike just going to check and make sure. See if anyone's been left behind. And yes, 7 caught out.
This position where the 0 point is very effective, and now Silence one shot onto the weak Sim with the outlook.
Over the timing.
7 wanted to go for it. Looked like an Astrostar setup to maybe set up some kind of util there for TSM to help 7 out, but
That was a good flash, bro.
Island either way.
What?
And this force up for TSM has gone
Oh my god.
horrendously.
Yo, the same thing happened last map, bro. On Icebox.
Experiencing some
That
serious
guy on mid.
frustration
That I
at the
thought he
end
was
there.
trolling, bro. Not gonna lie.
Some
But
kind of issue where he couldn't fire clearly at
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Right here.
Not happy.
The full buy for TSM is delayed by a full round.
look at this from 2G. They have just walked all the way down mid. When this B hit comes in, they're going to get just destroyed by the rope. I mean, LZ perhaps getting a little
I got this position going out, bro.
But they don't expect Spike. He gets his. No reason to keep fighting this. He can just back off. TSM.
But it's only me. No one understands.
They're encircled. Damage from Silence. One tag onto Sim. So weak at 30 HP. TSM feel pressure. They have to get to the site, but how can they do so safely?
They can't. I mean, they feel pressed. They're on a timer because they think there's a play that's threatening to wrap behind them, and they're not wrong. So they walk straight into a tree.
They are playing good at Valorant, bro. 2G, no one expects much from them, but dude, they are showing up.
Smashed to pieces.
You know, it's just a bit of conditioning that they have applied to TSM so early on these defensive halves.
In comes Seven. He's going to see it all here. Hunter's Fury thrown towards the back of the site now. The runner coming from the back of the site. That Seven is
That's pretty good.
On Zap there. It ends up being a 1-for-1 as Hunter's Fury did connect. He's in a great spot now, playing from security. This is dangerous, especially with Poise letting.
But they invest a lot here, man, to win one single round.
And a Proto throws that pit down. Finally, TSM have found a way to break through, but it's off the back, of course, of some key ultimates.
Yo, they use everything, bro.
Hunter's Fury both leverage to give.
Imagine if they are managed to take some weapons off, bro.
How sad case that they lose this round.
So hard for TSM.
Stacks of Benjamins.
They really like to try to feed Seven those ult orbs. That dimensional drift was great. Not only just
they are so rich they can go, bro.
Pick as well. The cherry on top. No reason for
TSM just need to hold to these weapons, man.
At least deal some damage here. They can certainly afford it. Prize sitting with a cool 7.7k. Just playing forward. As TSM, nothing in the bank account. Kills here do matter. A Proto trying to get out, just running through the pit and is going to go down.
Remaining.
Can't do any more though, Prize. Shut down by Gimon. Might have a little battle here on B.
What you fight it?
Silence needs that insta-kill, and then the fall off the wall is going to necessitate it. Oh, he thought about it.
Every time I send a knock on this map now, I'm going to remember of the Celtic ace, bro.
Him to go for yet
on this position with this skin.
Up on the other side of that wall.
That was so nice, bro. That
Gives him a bit of a tickle, but in general, TSM are well positioned now in this post-plant thanks to the Cosmic Divide. And of course, that's
they are saying he's the Brazilian Kankan.
GMD was pretty pivotal. Left Zap blind to any of the movements.
I call him Saitama.
Out from TSM. Sim, nearsighted here, but wants to still step up and take the fight. Tries to find the off angle, misses it. Oh, that hurts so much. Prize able to overrun him now. The fight's at coast. A Proto at least is able to trade things back here, but it's getting awkward now. What a great little pop for 2G, walking off the B site, shutting down the post plant setup. Even in such an awkward round. This is an interesting round to see how the flow of information can affect positioning.
What?
What? Zap's about to have his hands all full. And it's going to be Seven that deals with him. Into security now. That's where Sim is headed. In a great spot to put pressure down on Pricey. Gimon's trying to make his way on in, but some of those traps are being set.
There's no way that just happened, bro. What the fuck is this round?
2 versus 2. Silence now, quickly. Getting his way into tower. Plant has to happen awful soon. The Proto was going to ensure that. And Poise creates a bit of space.
Oh my god, man. This is going to tilt TSM for sure if they lose.
Involved. And that's up to a Proto in that one.
And their money is shit.
He's got into a pretty nice position. Opportunity. Wins the first duel, all on Silence.
A Proto, man. Oh my god. Saving TSM, bro.
In the world, Seven has gotten both orbs to have it activated. Going to go into the site, find that info, try and force 2G out.
Smokes in security and in tower. There's no chance for 2G to see any.
They can rise, they can rise, they can rise.
Spikes eventually brought down inside that null command. That's still going to be a factor that TSM have to contend with. Sim, no one's looking for LZ here, but
close your eyes. I don't want to see that, bro.
Silence can't make the flick happen, an unlikely one in any case.
They're weak, bro. They're weak.
This is 2G's economy teetering on the edge of oblivion. It was so healthy. Not a few.
Yeah, this is gonna break their economy for sure, bro. They gotta save the out.
2G, the timeout.
Man, this.
Down mid. Oh my god.
This. Oh my god. I was going to say this power is so strong. And 7-3 HP! Oh my god, dude.
Felt so comfortable going
but so confident by Silence. He got dink and then go for the pick?
Did not care. But the start of the round as well, there's a small thing. It's a recon ping on towards a Proto. Getting spotted out by 2G. Who, after a pretty rough couple of rounds, have only been able to afford a couple of those Sheriff's Guardians.
That's a good can.
To play around this operator. So far, they've made it work beautifully. The amount of damage that Silence got with that one shot. It's an echo that'll be felt through generations. In the bones of TSM on a cold day.
I would show that shit too, man. That's scary.
And it's going to be Sim, though, dominating from that top side of the B side. This will allow for the plant here, and Spike and Silence have to put this together with a Viper's Pit to contend with on top.
That was just the superior weaponry coming out on top, fighting. Where TSM...
He saw one!
Spike drops down, but doesn't know where to look. Gets the first 7.
Oh, imagine if he hits that shit, bro.
Just 3 HP, a stray bullet.
Silence will save.
Would have
Oh
taken
my
him out.
god, bro.
Silence just has to
This was a
save.
crazy round.
But here comes the execute gate crash coming in. Cam for a little bit of info, but this should just be a retake situation. But a brutal crossing before the star went down. The smoke was popped.
Just a small mistake that could be very costly for TSM. Losing that player there just to perhaps inattention.
Who's next?
A lack of cohesion either way. It's not
the
great.
timings on the util just a little bit off.
Nowhere to run.
Right, well, this is going to get checked here by 7. Hunter's Fury now to try and capitalize on that information. Poised sends it off. They can't find anything ultimately. Zap and Gimon both get traded out. You know, Astra in that post-plant scenario, and Silence just turns up, plants these...
Close the game, my friends. This will be 75.
Maybe he can come to life here when TSM need him most.
Mid is swarming with 2G players right now. They are absolutely taking liberties here.
Okay, let's go, Jamel.
Okay, slow half for him. Gets his 4th kill, and it spikes and runs headlong into that ghost.
What?
Unfortunately, Gimon not long for this world. Eventually going to be overwhelmed
What?
by a couple of extra players now. There's going to be pressure coming in from tower.
Caralho. This guy's pretty good, bro.
And safety. Now it's up to Sim.
Yeah, and it's LG on that late
Say,
flank.
not having his best game.
3K.
One
The
victory,
hero
bro.
of the final round of the first half. Continuing the momentum into this second. Sim. Nice drop onto the rope. Doesn't make any sound. Dash available. Can take this first duel. Pure 1v1.
Yo, this guy, what a fucking time to show up, dude. Holy shit.
4K on the round.
Just going to cover those.
Push all the way out of A, allowing this stack to take place. Proto wants to swing.
It's got to be Gimon.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. Brazil loves to lose this kind of round, man. It's unbelievable.
Oh, you just hate to see those.
Oh my
30
god.
seconds left.
Little bro ain't
That
getting
happens, it happens, bro. It didn't happen to you yet, man. It will, bro.
Tim is
It
saying,
will.
hey, can you guys get the round done now while I'm
Yeah, can you guys?
over here?
Can we kill Zap, please? Can we hurry up and kill Zap?
Don't die.
Damn, dude.
Okay.
Anybody? Anybody? He's still drifting.
He survived.
Survive, bro.
He's
good.
He made
Yeah.
it.
Oh my god. Talk about him now.
To a look here. Presence in main to spot 7 out briefly. You can always reset, but Sim, he just went down, spam through the box to claim the jet. Not a great foot to put forward here for TSM at the start of the round. The Owl Drone's going to confirm 7's spot as well. He decoys out. That's ignored entirely, and the flash is beautiful. A grapple there, I think, used to try and slow 2G down, but they're well ahead of it, and Poise has no opportunity to... Oh,
What a
come on!
big balls the guy have, man.
He's forward.
Holy shit.
A little bit.
And the last two got a save,
I
man.
mean, yeah.
They can still buy an
Theoretically, you have
operator
time
for
to
next round.
Stop anybody for 2G trying to come up and test this. And the Aldrone spots 2 TSM players walking back into security. They are giving the site. They do know that Sim can reinforce them there from tower if he makes his way out
That's
of mid.
crazy, bro.
Back in, but GMT, he's out in the open.
What's
and
happening?
Astro 4.
What's happening here, man?
I don't know about
How you
that.
die like
I mean,
that?
They're just not ready for 2G to be so far forward. I don't know if they're ready for Gimon to join them in the fight. That is a massive error.
Man, this is a massive
Little
error
bit of a
indeed,
fundamental
bro.
issue there for TSM. Look at that money, Wyatt.
It's not
They
that
still
good.
can cobble a buy together, but this was about as close to a must-win round as you get.
And this is a tilting round,
Sim
dude.
just
Not gonna lie.
plays through mid. TSM have actually got a bit of a stack here, but Poise kind of gives himself away there. Steps into that cyber cage for a moment. Hunter's Fury now coming up from the attacking side. That's to try and catch the stack out in mid. Sim is a little bit low. That third shot, though, is going to go awry. But look at Silence. He's already knocking on the door with the DoorDash order. And it's not what you had in mind. It's a little too spicy for Sim. He's going to be taken down. Silence verging on 20 kills. Backs off after finding that kill. And TSM have been allowed here into this B side in the post plan. 7, though, can't get much done there. Playing on an L command is hard enough as it is.
Bro,
and
this is a
Silence has found
save.
his
No money for
third kill.
TSM,
There is
bro.
no way the Kimono's going to find anything where
Gotta
he is
save this
right now. At least
weapon,
the Proto can do
bro. The
something.
priority should
But
be the
it's traded
save, bro.
in a flash. Full armor for everyone but 7 at least.
And that's one of the times in the timeout that the intended play that was followed by Fade and Force didn't work. We've seen TSM do this before, and 2G already. They tried that against Rada multiple times, shut down immediately.
Oh my god.
This guy, man, he is inhuman.
Holy shit.
He's 23 for 10. Just clearing Sim out of the server right
Whoa,
now.
yo.
For the 2-man save.
Oh my
This is
god.
10 rounds in a row. These guys are just...
They're hunting, bro. They are hunting.
Victory.
Oh my man! I mean, there's a full flash there. I mean, all of 2G are hit, by that shard coming out from 7, and Sim unfortunately is not able to connect. The flash dissipates, and everybody looks at him. That's TSM taking a gambit. It's a Hail Mary in terms of this game, Wyatt. In the background, Silence adds yet another one. Not overly notable because that's just kind of what he does at this point. Make it 4, and a black light flawless for 2G. TSM's Hail Mary gets put in the dumpster. Now TSM have to keep themselves alive in this series and potentially this tournament because the road ahead is rocky indeed. Proto has a nice little angle between the walls. 7 gets involved, and that's a total of 3 kills for the defenders.
Okay, that's a good round.
Gonna take some of the spring out of 2G's step.
Make it clean, upgrade the weapons.
Allowed for until 7 turns his attention, of course, to B main. And they've given themselves a lifeline. They've come up for air.
One more round
But now TSM
needed
have been
for
able to trade
G2
water, but the question still lingers
to get
for
their
how long
second win, man.
can they do that? Zap here,
spike.
I mean, 8,600 credits. Doesn't mind too much if he can get something for his troubles in this round. It's like 1, okay, he gets 2.
It's crazy that he got 2 now.
Another A main stack, yeah. Poised with the Owl drone to try and...
Oh my, this is about to get crazy.
Silence with the cloud burst. Kind of gives his position away a little bit there. He gets
The round is over. No?
Sim appears.
Yes, it is.
Inexplicably
What
with
was
3
that?
kills, and that's a quick one, folks. The chips are definitely falling TSM's way in terms of these ultimates now, and a Proto is more than happy just to let this pick go as soon as he sees the slightest glimmer of action from 2G on B. So that limits their options somewhat. They haven't really extended up mid.
No, but Silence did throw a cloudburst pretty deep, feigning that they could be walking up. They could be pushed pretty far. You can see Sim has picked up that angle towards B Link with
Pricey.
Intentions of this always to be an A split. Yeah, Pricey has just been sat in the vent for over a minute, I believe, at this point. Got there really early in the round.
Surely this gets checked by Mundi. Has to be aware. No, Pricey gets the drop on him instead. Out of the Hunter's Fury, we see the updraft that gets Silence clear of the Sova ultimate. And LZ scoops up the spike on his way through. Now, a straight 3 versus 3 for the map. 2G have these post-plant setups ready, and Pricey has not moved from that position. It's a strong one, even if it is known and noted by the defenders. Recon cleared. Paranoia now slows things up. Silence, though, doesn't really want to shift, and it's just this quick step to the left to find the elimination. Sim inside the cloudburst still gets brought to heel, and that will...
They actually did it, man. GG!
Been vanquished by the number 2 seed from Brazil, and now Zap has got every reason to talk his talk.
I mean, he's going. I mean, this is out of control. This guy's hilarious, man. 2 wins in.
Damn, bro.
2G, the second seed from Brazil.